Hi there. Here I am. I'm in my spot, my place, um, our second bedroom, which is kind of really my office, and just thought I would just do a quick shout out to you, just kind of talking about things on my heart, and just to encourage you. I know we are definitely in a time in this world. And especially I know my friends that are in the US that there are many things happening, and sometimes we can just, our head can go tilt, and in our personal life there can be things happening in the world events. There can be things happening that just really can cause anxiety. It can cause like a shaking or a fear. It can cause just anger. There's many kinds of reactions, and because we see you could say the evil that's just kind of in the world, but it's not hidden like it used to be, or it's more prevalent than maybe it used to be, at least for many of us who are a little bit older. We can remember days where some of these things that are happening, you would never imagine that this would happen. Our world was much more protected. Our personal worlds were just much more protected. But, we still have protection. We still have that promise from God. His word never changes, and it becomes even more relevant the further we walk in this life, and the more we experience, and especially in this time. Psalm 91 is such a relevant psalm, and it's not just something that is a nice poetic thought, or it's not just a nice, I don't know, just kind of an idealistic thought. When I think of Psalm 91, and I've read this psalm, God began to put this psalm in my heart and introduced me to the psalm when I was in college. I was probably 20 years old, and it was in the fall of 1982, probably, when I got introduced to this psalm. And I saw the impact of this psalm in my life, as I believed the words that were in Psalm 91. And but also through the years, it's like I couldn't get away from it. There were years where it was like every day, it was like the Lord was saying, meditate on this, meditate on this. And then I'd meditate, and I'd begin to see things. And, He began to root out fear that was in me. And I didn't even realize that was there. But He began to root out fear. And over the years, I've continued to stay in this psalm. Maybe not every day like I used to for years, but I still go back to it regularly. And I've come to understand that this is covenant talk. This Psalm 91 is covenant talk. I'm declaring who God is to me, and I'm declaring that, and then He's declaring who he is to me. It's kind of like he's declaring His covenant with me, and I'm affirming, yes, I'm in covenant with you. And there's a covenant talk that goes on with Psalm 91. And I tell you what, if you've not read it, or if you've just kind of seen it as an idealistic kind of psalm, and it's not relevant or for today, or you just haven't paid much attention to it, I just want to encourage you, get into Psalm 91. Soak in the truth of Psalm 91. It's covenant talk. It is God affirming to you who He is, because you make Him your God. You make Him your refuge. And anyway, bless you, and just know there is protection. Even when everything else around is chaos, everything else around is going upside down, you have a God who is with you. God bless you.